welcome to The Tonight Show. You're here, thank you. You made it. Thank you for watching. Let's get to some news. Guys, today in Washington, King Charles made a historic address to a joint session of Congress. Yeah, it was the first time a king addressed Congress since President Trump spoke at the State of the Union. Yeah. This afternoon, King Charles delivered an address to a joint session of Congress, and lawmakers had a lot to say about it. For instance, first up, Senator Angus King said, "Wow, I can't believe I got to hear a speech from an actual, well, my last name." And Congressman Richard Neal said, "I didn't know the protocol on whether I should bow or, well, my last name." And Congresswoman Virginia Foxx said, "I was thrilling to see Charles in person. That man is a total, well, my last name." Then Congressman Dan Goldman said, "I was sad he didn't wear his crown. Man, I wanted to see that dude dripping in, well, my last name." And then Congressman John Moolenaar said, "Yeah, that guy must have so much money without a dude. He's a well, my last name."
Wow. Wow.
Whoa. Wow.
Wow.
Then Congressman Troy Balderson said, "I like King Charles, but I also like William, you know, his, well, my last name." Then Senator Ted Budd said, "When I first saw the freaking King of England walk in, I thought maybe I'd smoked too much, well, my last name." And Congressman Dusty Johnson said, "I was so excited I could feel it in my, well, my full name." And finally, King Charles said, "It was an honor to speak before Congress, and, well, wait, what the hell is my last name?" Nobody knows. Nobody. Meanwhile, this morning, Trump delivered a speech on the South Lawn where he said that his mother had a crush on Charles because he was so cute. Charles was like, "Aw, and my mother also said things about you." You guys see this? The State Department is introducing new passports with Trump's face on them to celebrate America's 250th anniversary. Take a look. Wow. It's hard to tell who looks more upset about Trump being on that passport, you or him. And finally, I read that Disneyland will now use facial recognition technology to reduce fraud. Meanwhile, Busch Gardens is still letting guests pay for tickets using loose cigarettes. We have a great show. Give it up for The Roots, everybody.
Y'all better be alert and cautious. Those who get contagious, you will get nauseous, affected, or contaminated. Turn on the stereo and become radioactivated.
Oh! What a show we have for you tonight. She stars in the highly anticipated new movie, The Devil Wears Prada 2, which hits theaters Friday. Emily Blunt is here tonight. The best.
Delight.
Love Emily Blunt. He stars in Netflix's #1 comedy series, Running Point. Season 2 is out now. Chet Hanks is joining us. And we got great stand-up from Francesco De Carlo. Very funny. Did you guys see this? The Philadelphia Museum of Art recently moved the famous Rocky statue from its spot outside the building to inside. Oh. Yeah. Well, we wanted to find out how people felt about this. But instead of sending a reporter out to get the word on the streets, we're going to keep it right here in the studio. It's time for Word on the Seats. Let's go now to our reporter, Chip Kane, who I believe is on the east side of the audience. Chip?
Hi, Jimmy. I'm reporting live from the east side of the audience, where people are absolutely buzzing over this news. Statue inside, statue outside, everyone's got an opinion. In fact, I was just talking with audience member Glenn Carroll here, who said he's happy the statue is moving inside because it was becoming a bit of a distraction for him. He was so obsessed with it, he'd sometimes stare at it for days on end, living on a diet of Red Bull and David bars. In fact, he became so obsessed, he missed his daughter's last 2 birthdays.
Ooh.
It's a tough issue over here, Jimmy, but people are making their choices.
Well, thank you very much, Chip. For a different perspective, let's check in with Rose Henley, who's reporting from the back of the audience. Rose?
Well, Jimmy, up here the mood is very grim. This man just told me that it's a shame to hide such a beautiful statue away from the public, as he is quite the lover of statues. And you went on to clarify that when you say a lover of statues, you mean that literally. You're married to a statue. Let's see the picture. Wow. It's an audience divided, Jimmy. Back to you.
Well, we wanted to dive even deeper into the minds of our audience, so we sent our reporter, Neil Sampson, undercover to live amongst them and get their unfiltered and raw opinions. So let's reveal that undercover reporter now.
Hi, Jimmy.
Wow.
For the last 30 minutes or so, I have lived undercover as a plainclothes audience member, learning their ways, observing, and gaining their trust. But my journey didn't start here. I've been training for this moment for years.
This is the Audience Institute of America. In spring 2024, I enrolled here at the country's leading audience training facility. And after nearly 2 years of intensive applause training and developing a foolproof backstory, all that was left was to live among the audience and get their unfiltered opinions.
You got it!
And now, to put my audience training to the test.
I'm excited for the show, guys.
Yeah?
Yeah. I drove all the way here from Connecticut, where I live with my wife, Jessica, and my dog, Taffy. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, thanks. Hey, by the way, what do you think of this whole Rocky statue situation?
I'm not familiar with it.
You know in Philadelphia, they have that Rocky statue?
Yeah.
Well, they're moving it from outside the museum to inside. What do you think about that?
I liked it outside.
Yeah, I like it outside.
Yeah. You like it outside. You like it outside. Yeah, me too.
Well, there you have it, Jimmy. When the audience thought they were talking to one of their own, the truth came out. They like the statue outside.
Thank you once again for your great work, Neil. Daring stuff. That's all the time we have for Word on the Seats. We'll be right back with Emily Blunt. Come on back.